Kenya's shuttle diplomacy within the African continent and the push for the deferral of post-election violence cases at the International Criminal Court have finally borne fruits. The African Union Heads of State Summit unanimously endorsed a resolution requesting the deferral of Kenya's post-election violence cases at the Hague-based court. The African leaders asked the UN Security Council to expedite a request to the ICC to defer the Kenyan cases for 12 months and give the Kenyan government an opportunity to set up a local judicial mechanism to deal with the post-poll violence cases.
Our country is going through a historic transformation based on a strong desire to ensure justice for all, and particularly for the victims of the post-election violence that engulfs our country in the year 2008.
President Kibaki, in his address during the Assembly of the Heads of State, said the new constitution that was promulgated in August last year provided for far-reaching reforms in the judiciary, the police and the Department of Public Prosecutions to effectively deal with criminal cases such as the post-election violence cases. He, however, insisted that despite the request for deferral, Kenya would remain a signatory to the Rome Statute that established the ICC.
The government has fully cooperated with the International Criminal Court investigations that commenced in early year 2010. However, we are also aware that the primary responsibility in exercising criminal jurisdiction lies with the state.
Article 16 of the Rome Statute provides for a deferral of investigations and prosecutions before the ICC for a period of 12 months, following a request by the Security Council of the United Nations. This request can only be granted if the UN Security Council established that continuation of the ICC process would prejudice international security, cause a breach of peace, or lead to acts of aggression. Kibaki said the Kenyan government was pursuing peace and reconciliation among its citizens and that prosecutions by the ICC would prejudice these efforts.
Mr. Chairman, I wish to express my appreciation for your understanding and overwhelming support on this matter. I look forward to restoring Kenya's and Africa's dignity and sovereignty.
In the meantime, the High Court sitting in Nairobi has stopped Lady Justice Kalpana Rawal from taking new witness statements on the post-election violence matters until a case challenging the legality of the ICC process was heard and determined. The resolution by the African heads of state may be a temporary reprieve for the 6 suspects of post-election violence. However, the UN Security Council will have to study that request for deferral to ensure that it meets the conditions outlined in the Rome Statute, and that if granted, Kenya will within 12 months form a credible and independent local judicial mechanism to try the suspects. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.